Today's video is another prime example of why I should never let you peer pressure me into your terrible video ideas. Invariably, it ends up with me wasting 3 days of my life waiting for Half-Life to install on the CD that I'm trying to use as a game drive. Whoever sent me that email, I hope you're real proud of yourself because this was a really annoying video. Now there are some pretty massive limitations to using physical media like CDs as an external games drive. The first limitation is capacity. CDs, for example, just have a paltry 700 megs of space available, which is going to limit us to games from like 1873. Now this problem is alleviated somewhat as we move up the food chain, but even the Blu-rays I have here are just 25 gigs, which considering that the average modern game is like 5 terabytes, that's not a whole lot. The other major limitation is read and write speeds. This 12x CD, for example, has a max read and write speed of just 1.8 megabytes per second, which is very little. So all in all, this is a recipe for some properly terrible game performance. At least in terms of loading speeds, but we'll see what happens, But first off, we need a Blu-ray drive, something that's quite archaic considering that most modern cases don't even have a space to mount it properly. And it's fine, we don't need to mount it all pretty like, we just need to connect it to the system. So let's check out which one we got. Now for the kiddos watching, this weird device is called a disk drive. And how it works is you press this button, once it's plugged in obviously, and then the little cage comes out and you put your CD, DVD or Blu-ray in here, you press the button again, it closes, and then it reads the information off of the Blu-ray or whatever, and then puts it onto your computer. So it's a way of getting information onto a computer that doesn't involve the internet. I know that sounds like a ridiculous concept, but we used to use these quite a lot back in the day, but it does feel a little bit like interacting with a fossil at this point. Anyway, this is some LG drive that has lots of Blu-ray speeds. It's actually a very fast drive, although the actual media is a lot slower, so it's pretty much irrelevant. But anyway, now that I've patronized people who don't watch this video, let's plug this in and see if we can run games off it. Now, like I said before, most modern cases don't have any way to accommodate a DVD or Blu-ray drive, so we're gonna have to be a little bit ghetto about it. That's a very high effort looking implementation. Anyway, let's start off with some CDs. Now, the most difficult part about running a game off a CD is finding a game small enough to run. As you can see, even a game like Skyrim is 10 gig, GTA 5 is 108 gigs, so we need like 900 CDs to install GTA 5 on. After spending a while looking around my Steam library, I only found a couple of options that would fit on a CD. And the first one was a bit of a debate. Apparently the Half-Life 2 Lost Coast technology showcase should fit. I think this would be the most demanding game that we can install on a CD. First off, let's see how quickly it launches off an SSD. 16 seconds, that's nice and speedy. And going from the main menu to actually playing was even faster. Literally took 2 seconds, okay. And the game obviously is running very well. So let's see what happens when instead of an SSD, we use a CD as a game drive. Oh. It was lying to me, it needs 2 gigs? What the hell? That shouldn't be allowed. Anyway, I guess we're gonna have to use Half-Life 1 then. That's our other choice. Wow, installed Half-Life 1 from 1998 barely fits on a CD. Let's see how long it takes to install. Which immediately did not go well. I think Steam has Steam is crashed. No, we're good. I love that it just downloaded for a bit and now it's writing at 600 kilobytes per second. But soon the extent of the problem started to become clear. Oh, this is gonna take really long, isn't it? And the longer it ran, the lower the disk usage fell. It's dropped down to 2 kilobytes per second now. Never mind, we're at 200 bytes per second now, very good. And then I made the terrible decision to try and restart the download. Yeah, that just made Steam crash. Oh, please tell me I'm not gonna have to start again. Unfortunately, I did. But that was later's problem. Suddenly there was a more pressing concern. Okay, so it's kind of just destroyed everything at this point because the system's just stuck on restarting. So let's just kill it with the power button. What the hell? Like, the system's not booting anymore. But the moment I ejected the CD, the system immediately booted. I don't know, Windows 11 does not like using a CD as storage, I can tell you that. After Windows launched, I put the CD back in and things just started going haywire again. Yeah, I don't know, every time I put the CD in, things just start crashing. I don't know what's going on. And then if I remove it, everything just works. It's like the moment the CD is introduced into the system, everything just goes to the system even refuses to boot with the CD in. And when Steam crashed again, after sitting through the 48-minute process a second time, I felt like I had one of two options. Either I find out where the person who recommended this lives so that I could do some mid-tier vandalism to their house, or install Windows 10 on the system to see if maybe that helps. And I decided, why not both? Windows has been reinstalled, so we've got take, what, 17 of trying to install a game on this CD, so let's try again. But aside from a promising start, something terrible happened. Oh, the PC went to sleep halfway through the process and it's broken everything! Oh, it's still not working. I just wasted a whole day. So I angrily decided to change the power settings and let the installation run overnight. Oh, has it worked? I think it has. And after a full minute of what sounded like two Transformers furiously having sex with a fax machine, it was clear that it did work. The game launched in 53 seconds compared to 1 second on the SSD. Let's see how long it takes for it to load into the game. It's only slightly slower than the SSD. Instead of just under a second, we got over a minute to load in. Now, in terms of actual game performance, we're getting the same, like it hasn't impacted this much, but I'm pretty sure the moment we get to a, yeah, see? Every now and then, things are gonna have to load, and the game is just gonna collapse under the weight of it. Yeah, see, there we go, loading's happening, and it just broke. It just broke the game. Okay, that's not, we're not on the train anymore. Oh, it's actually stopping for me. That's cute. Can I get back on it now? I could not, and that was it for me and CD gaming. Installing Half-Life on a DVD was a much less painful process. I didn't get any of the crashes, and at the end of the day, it took significantly less time for the installation to happen. Very good! This time, it just took 17 minutes to install a 40-minute game. That's up from like maybe 2 hours. I don't even know, I lost interest. And launching the game was also significantly faster. Whoa, look at that. That is a massive improvement. So next up, we're doing loading into the game and hoping that the game actually works this time. That'll also be a big improvement. 3, 2, 1, start. Yeah, I mean, that was almost as fast as the SSD. And Half-Life even worked this time. But when I tried to install a bigger game, things came crashing down again. Oh, Steam's crashed again after such a long time. I need to stop clicking things, but either way, I'm not gonna sit through this process again. Let's try Blu-rays. After dropping in the rewritable Blu-ray, which on a side note is very difficult to find for sale these days, they're super rare, but anyway, once I dropped it in, we had some initially promising results, which quickly fell apart. That's not a great sign. Oh yeah, I don't know, something's gone wrong again, and now the Blu-ray is not verifying, it's not done anything in ages. And when my second attempt failed again after ages of waiting, I decided to restart my system. At which point, the system once again refused to boot with the Blu-ray in it, and I was just done. 3 days was enough. This is as much time as I'm gonna spend on this stupid video. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, bye.